Let's take a live look outside today. Bitter cold and wind across the area as a blast of Arctic air hits the region. First Alert meteorologist Tim Williams is in the WJZ Outback with a look at what to expect this week. Tim.
Well, Nikki, I'm a bit underdressed. I have this jacket on, but I could have used a hat and some gloves and maybe even earmuffs. And if you're going to be out and around this afternoon or the next few afternoons, you might want to do the same. Take a look. We are looking at temperatures that have been in their coldest range so far this season. It is another Arctic blast today, breezy and biting cold. That breeze, well, it comes with a wind chill, and that wind chill takes those temperatures from the lower 30s to feeling more like the low to mid 20s. Right now, the temperature is 33 degrees at the Inner Harbor, 33 at BWI Marshall, 31 over towards Cecilton and Elkton, and 31 over towards Sykesville. But what it feels like, more like 22 in Owings Mills and 23 at BWI. Basically deduct about 10 degrees from the actual temperature. Now, this air is so cold and so heavy that it has kept snow to our south, down around Virginia and the Carolinas, and it has not been able to get up this way. So we're trading one thing for the other. No winter weather as far as precipitation, but we are certainly getting those winds. So if you're planning your afternoon out, just plan for temperatures that feel no colder, or no warmer, I should say, than about 27 degrees, and we'll hit that in the afternoon, and the temperatures start to drop out from there. We'll have your complete First Alert forecast coming up in just a few moments. Nikki, back into you.
Welcome back. Let's take a live look at the WJZ Outback. 33 degrees out there on this Monday. However, we are bracing for some bitter cold temps that are going to be on the way. We'll send it over to First Alert meteorologist Tim Williams. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Nikki, well, I can tell you, I was only out there for a brief time, but that wind is kicking, and when it hits you, you don't need to be out there for very long. You just need to be bundled up for the time that you're out there. It is definitely a cold start to the day, and we don't have any sun to really help us through this. As you mentioned, Nikki, 33 degrees is our current temperature at BWI 30 Marshall. But look at the wind. First off, the wind is coming in at around 14 miles per hour. And look at the feels like temperature. Deduct 10 from that 33. Feels more like 23 when you're out and around, and very dry. The dew point is at 10. So, yeah, this is the type of day you'll feel the static on your clothes. The dog's hair will be all frizzy, and maybe the human's hair will be frizzy as well. But it is another Arctic blast, and we're going to be in this cold air for a little while now. Breezy and cold, biting cold, we're calling it, and numbing cold. If you're out there for any period of time with exposed skin, you really have to beware and be careful not to have that exposed for too long before you get some relief. Temperatures are only in the low 30s, but feeling more like the mid 20s. And as we said before, you know, it doesn't take long. So 30 degrees is the current temperature in Westminster, 33 in Essex, 33 in Annapolis, 31 in Elkton, and 33 down in Annapolis. But look at the feels like temperatures after we add this wind coming in from the north at around 13 miles per hour up to about 16 miles per hour in some parts of the area. 20 mile per hour winds down toward Lexington Park makes it feel more like 24 degrees in Queenstown, 26 in Essex, 22 in Owings Mills, and 21 in Elkton. So that's what you have to dress for, because that's what you're feeling when you go outside. Now, we've had dry conditions across the area. We haven't had much sun, but clear by way of precipitation. This very heavy, cold Arctic air is helping to keep a basic bona fide winter storm down to our south. This system has been down around the Virginia, North Carolina state line. Has not been able to climb any higher than that, even though some of the heavier snow back down around Bowling Green and back towards Charlottesville has been trying to push up forward. But it has not been able to get here because, again, our air is so heavy. So we're looking at temperatures really now today going only into the low to mid 30s, 34 by 3 o'clock, and again starting to tail off. This is the actual temperature. We get into about 11 o'clock. The overnight hours will be down in the mid 20s. Now, our futurecast takes us into tomorrow. The feels like temperatures are what we'll prepare you for. We'll start feeling like single digits across much of the state. And with those temperatures, again, right now in the 30s, it's really not going to be a far drop off. But just know that these wind speeds are going to be with you. So today, 34 degrees, numbing wind and cold is going to be out there. And for tonight, 17 degrees, biting cold. Turn the fans, the heaters up, and the blankets on, and make sure that you are bundled up. And we'll talk about the next 7 days in just a few moments. Nikki. Do you have your heaviest coat out yet?
I actually do. Yes, I
Okay.
do. I brought it to work today.
Well, you keep it handy. You will need it. 34 degrees today, but 17 tonight, and that 34 is going to feel more like 24. That's for today. And then 36. We do get up to 47 on Wednesday, but that comes with some rain, and then we do see some sun through the rest of the week. Friday into Saturday, evening into the morning, we're looking at the chance for some winter weather. We'll keep an eye on that as we get closer.
Yeah, I saw that 26. Ooh,
It's, yeah.
that's going to be
Can't
pain.
duck
That's going to
that.
be very painful.